I saw a movie. It's called. You already know what it's called before this picture even comes up. Because such is the way of YouTube titles. I saw a Howard Hawks movie called Only Angels Have Wings. Why did I see this movie? Well, because John Carpenter did a list of his top 5 favorite films on Rotten Tomatoes. This was one. Rio Bravo was another, which I want to see soon. Citizen Kane, Vertigo, and Blow Up. So I'm like, Only Angels Have Wings. I've never heard of this. And then I saw it, and I'm like, Cary Grant in a leather jacket, and he's a pilot. I'm going to watch that. And so I watched that. Guys, this movie is so good. This movie is crazy good. I'm not going to spoil it because I want people to see it. It is fantastic, and personally, I like it more than Casablanca. Like in terms of subjective like, I don't know if it's better. Hard to say, but it's way more connectable than than Casablanca is to me. Also, Cary Grant's better than Humphrey Bogart in my opinion. But so this movie is about a fictional town, I believe, called Barranca in South America, I think. And the premise is there's a company that flies mail from Barranca over the Andes Mountains to, I think, America. I could be getting this entirely wrong. Basically, just over the Andes Mountains. And if they can deliver the mail twice a week on schedule for 6 months, they'll get funding to be able to get better planes and do it, realistically and not on their own dime and be a solvent company. Cary Grant is a pilot in this company, but he also manages it for the owner. And the whole movie is set kind of in this town and in this like bar slash hotel kind of thing where the pilots live, and they just kind of like live with one another and talk, hang out. It'll be like, all right, my turn to go. So they take the 6 hour flight, the 3 hour flight to and from, 6 hours or whatever, and deliver the mail. But it's like over the Andes Mountains. It's like there could be snow, could be rough. It's regular for pilots to not come back. And you get introduced into this world and environment through Jean Arthur's character, Bonnie. I just watched the movie today, and I don't know how I'm forgetting her name. I'm pretty sure it's Bonnie. She shows up on this boat, gets off, and kind of meets the people at this bar, and sort of falls for Cary Grant. That's as you can tell on the cover right there. That's them. They're doing it. Can I? They're doing it. And she's kind of your relatable protagonist that you kind of get off the boat with her and learn about this environment through her eyes, because she kind of gets the exposition told to her, but then she sort of falls into place, sorry, with all the other characters, and you get kind of enthralled in this circle of pilots and people who do this flying. And what's really compelling about it is like the dialogue is really good, and the environment and the it's not inciting incident, but the goal that these people have to try to do really helps play with their characters, because like Cary Grant's kind of person who doesn't like to keep any belongings on him. Like he never has any matches. He always asking other people for matches. He never asks a woman to stay with him or stay behind. So he's had women leave, and he also really likes to fly and be dangerous up in the sky. And so there's a lot of really good character work that comes from that scenario. A lot of interesting characters. And it's one of those movies that evokes an atmosphere and an environment and a world that's really compelling, where it's like after you watched it, you're like, I remember I remember this location. I remember these characters. I kind of miss them. Um, it's a really good drama. It's a really good drama. I highly recommend it to anybody. I mean, if you like older films, if you've seen any Howard Hawks movies, Cary Grant is great. They all do great. It really is just like a fantastic 1939 film that I highly, highly, highly recommend. Like I said, I like it better than Casablanca. It's way more fun. Not that Casablanca is supposed to not be fun, but I think something about Casablanca kind of fell prey to the film noir style, and it feels colder and more distant to me. And I personally like that this feels a little warmer and more connectable. So if that sounds like something that resonates with you, I highly, highly recommend Only Angels Have Wings because it was so good. Decent special effects too for the 1939. There wasn't anything that I like rolled my eyes at. I'm not sure how they did some of the plane sequences because they show the exteriors of planes flying and it seems to look pretty decent. So, yeah, definitely give this one a shot because it's really nice. That's about all I have to say. And I am all caught up on the movies I've seen. Um, I should do these right after I see a movie, honestly, because I did the Isle of Dogs one and I barely had anything to say because it was so long since I had seen it. Thank you though for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you liked this video. If you didn't like this video, do not subscribe because I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't force myself upon you.